Hey everybody, welcome to Shelter on Base, another episode for y'all. I'm Carmen Kiew with Cool Kuiper. Boo, boo, boo. I wanted you to do like a thing after I announce your name, so do something. Yeah.
No, say it again. Do it again.
Okay. With me today is Cole Kuiper.
What?
Yes, exactly. I love it. Therese Vinal. That's it? Okay.
It's like
Anthony Garcia.
Like you get
the spin. I can't spin all the way around. Oh, it's fun. Spinning the guns.
And we are Shelter on Base.
Hey, we don't condone violence. Put your
We
guns
don't.
away. No.
Sorry.
Finger guns
Let
are
me
not
holster those.
ever loaded except with love. So don't worry about it. Hello, everybody. Like, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you know when we release episodes. Very important. We love your comments too. Every time I think I get like one really nice comment every single show, and I read it and then I screenshot it and send it to our group text. So make sure you comment if you are nice and not an asshole. Today I am the manager / skipper of the show, which is a huge mistake in my opinion because I am mad with power.
Drunk with power. I feel like this is when Thanos gets the Infinity Gauntlet. I feel like that's what's happening by
I'm
giving you power.
Cersei right now from Game of Thrones.
I get Joffrey energy from you right away.
This is going to be great.
I'm gonna make this bad for you guys, but okay. Here are my rules. Short and simple. Number 1, everybody gets one chef's kiss. For something that they would like to designate as their favorite thing of the show. Okay, so it could be something that somebody else does. It could be a play they like. It could be literally anything. They got one chef's kiss. And then
something someone already did, like a cool spin move.
Oh, you
want a chef's kiss? My spin move?
Maybe we hit reverse, rewind, and then Anthony has to spin in reverse and then spin again.
I'll find another thing. I'll find something else.
Okay. And then my second rule is if you're saying something I don't agree with you, I don't like your face for a minute, I'm going to mute your ass. I'm going to mute your ass. And you cannot talk until I'm ready for you to talk again.
I can't do anything about my face. That's not fair. I can't.
You're going to get muted so hard.
Lucky for you, I love
play the drums on your
face,
head
so it's not going to happen. Yes, your face is adorable. No
Thank you.
For you, Anthony.
Thank you.
So I wanted to get started with kind of, I guess everything's pretty good since the last time we talked, right? Who's surprised that the Giants basically took 2 out of 3 from the Padres and then swept a team? Raise your hand if you were, raise your hand if you were surprised. Cole, what is that? Is that a raised hand?
Is the opposite of raised. They are down. My hands are down and not raised because I was not in doubt.
You look like press your luck, or when you when you got your hands on the buzzer.
Before they hit the buzzer in Family Feud.
Yeah,
they're
exactly.
Waiting. He had to put one of his hands behind his back.
Mr. Overconfident over there. You had no doubt they were going to go into San Diego and win that series.
Guys, if opening day had gone a little different, one pitch different, we would be looking at this season an entirely different way right now.
That's true. I think they were, when I last checked yesterday, they were tied with the Padres.
They still are because the Padres won on Sunday too.
Okay, cool. So yikes, because we were Padres are the team to beat, blah, blah, blah. So I actually think we're in a really good spot here. But first I want to touch on, I know one of us went to the ballpark this weekend. Mr. Cole Kuiper, tell us about your experience.
It was great. It was so awesome to be there. I went to my favorite pregame spot before the game and got a burger and a beer at Red's Java House. It wasn't a hassle getting in. We showed our COVID test results, got right in, not a huge line. Giants love a good ceremony. So there was an awesome first pitch ceremony, brought a tear to your eye. And, there were obviously a few kinks to work out in terms of ordering food, where you can walk around, stuff like that. But overall, it was so great to be back. And the operation seemed like it was running as smoothly as you could possibly expect it to after a year and a half with no baseball.
Okay, so tell me about the food. This is very important to me. Were sauces available?
This whole episode's going to be about. Carmen just wants to know about food.
Was there ketchup? Was there mustard?
Was there condiment situation? Can you still freely pump your own condiments?
you can't turn the crank and spray onions everywhere at that janky little onion spot. No, it was pretty much you order a hot dog or your garlic fries or whatever, and then you get a text saying, hey, your food's ready, come pick it up at the food spot at the back of your section. So the lines backed up there a little bit. Some people were saying they weren't getting their text messages and they were getting very angry at the poor people trying to hand them their garlic fries. It's like, guys, they didn't code the app, cut them a break. But overall, I think it worked well. I didn't have any problem with my food. Most of my food was liquid though, so maybe it just didn't take as long to make. But I had a positive experience. To answer your condiment question though, I didn't get a hot dog, so I didn't see how the condiments are going, but I don't think it's just free use. It's probably packets.
Okay, so you think I need to bring my own honey mustard is what you're saying?
I do. I 100% do.
That's all I needed to know. Oh no, my sauce pocket. I guess I could still do that. Never mind. Okay, sorry guys. I got really sidetracked with the condiment talk. All right, so that's pretty good. I mean, does anybody else have kind of future plans to visit the ballpark in the next couple of weeks? Or
I'm curious, like, were people spaced out? Like, what are aside from food, like, what are kind of the rules that people or that the stadium has in place?
Yeah, so it seemed like the tickets were in pods of 2, 4, or maybe 6, but I think 2 or 4. And then in between the seats around you, the seats are like zip tied shut. So no one could possibly sit in those spots. So it gives you a really nice buffer. No one in front of you, behind you, or on either side of you for a good amount of space. So I felt completely safe in terms of, strangers sitting near me. Plus, the fun part for me was my 1.5-year-old niece got to go to her first Giants game.
Oh,
and
she was so cute.
She had plenty of space to run up and down the aisles because there's no one there, and she was having a ball. She did leave, though, before anyone scored, so she got a no decision on her first game and has to come back later to try to get a win.
It's a draw.
Yep.
I was going to say, did they make you guys stay in like pods of the ballpark of where you're supposed to be?
We got free. I took a lap. I did my traditional lap around the full stadium. The one thing though is you have to have your mask on and you can't have a food or beverage when you're not in your seat. So usually I like to take a big lap, grab a beer on the way and sip it as I walk around the ballpark. You got to drink your beer in your seat. And I get it that otherwise people are just going to abuse the hold a beer and not wear a mask kind of policy. So they got to do what they got to do, but I'm looking forward to maybe towards later in the season when things feel even more normal than this. But this was a great jumping off point.
Nice.
All right, we love that. Well, I want to kick it over to Brandon Crawford's biggest fan, aka Anthony, because I feel like you want to talk about all the good things he did this.
I do. I kind of want to go at Cole a little bit because I remember last week we ended the show and we said, I don't know about this week, this coming week, they got to go to San Diego. And then Cole, you mentioned that the Giants last season, this did happen. They played down to their opposition. So I remember we were just thinking, I'd be happy with 3-3. I think we would have been happy with the 500 week. They went 5-1. They took 2 out of 3 from the mighty San Diego Padres, and they swept Colorado. They didn't play down to the opposition. And Brandon Crawford, the official Giant of Shelter on Base, our favorite combined player, at the big hit Friday, a 2-run double, had the 3-run go-ahead home run on Saturday. I feel like Brandon Crawford, we all know he's a 3-time Gold Glove winner, known for his defensive prowess, and doing it with the bat. I feel like his bat has been really underrated. There we go. There's Therese rocking the B-Craw headband.
Like the scrunched hair thing that he's doing.
For a second.
I came to play the B-Craw status,
Yeah, so shout out B-Craw. I mentioned in an earlier show that this is probably going to be the last season for the Brandons, Buster, Johnny Cueto, a lot of big names.
Like that. I'm muting you. Bye. I don't want to talk about it. Thanks so much. Thanks for coming,
I'll pick up where Anthony left off. As we all know, Brandon Crawford is the official Brandon of this podcast.
I'm muting Cole as well.
So now it's just you and me?
Anything you want to talk about?
2 of them are muted.
Right, do you want to be muted as well, or should you say something that I like?
Do we really? Oh, you know what? Brandon Belt sucks. There you go.
I'm muting Therese. It's the Carmen Kiew show. What up, everybody? Brandon Belt. chef's kiss for Brandon Belt because he had a home run in today's game. That's my boy. He really hung in there. And we know when there's one, there's more with Brandon Belt. Okay, now these idiots can unmute. Unmute your mics, guys. You can come on back now.
All right.
Ourselves. Oh, we got to unmute ourselves. Okay. I couldn't think of anything in the moment. I was like, Brandon Belt sucks. Like,
I'm going to pull that as a quote to promote this episode. Brandon Belt sucks. Therese Vinal.
I'll send it to him.
Yeah, restart the Belt Wars single-handedly.
Yep.
There's never going to be a winner. It's going to be like Vietnam. It's just going to be a draw. Everyone's going to have to pull out. It's going to be awful. Go ahead, Therese.
I would like to say Brandon Belt for the win with a stolen base, like a clear stolen base. Can I get? We're no points for this. I don't get muted for that, right?
No muted. You get a thumbs up. That's what you get. You get a thumbs up.
He's doing his Brandon Belt-ness, right? Working the count, getting walks when he can, swinging big when he can. So I think this home opener series, we got to see like quintessential Beltness. You know what I mean?
Also, very relieving to see that they play well at home, right? Because obviously they play half their games there. You just never know.
Yeah, there's been plenty of seasons where it's like, why can't they win at home? Why? Why can't they do this in front of us?
Good at home, and the pitching has been good. I think every starter has gone at least 5 innings. And I'm looking at the standings right now. If the season ended right now, the Giants would be the second wild card. Stop the count. Stop the count. End the season. Stop the count. The Giants are in the playoffs. End it right now.
Mute him, Carmen.
I kind of like it. I'll let it stand. Overruled. Something did happen that was not so bueno to one of the young stars of the game, Fernando Tatis Jr. Was broken by the Giants. The Giants have broken many stars.
They didn't do anything to him. That was his own dang fault.
Okay? I'm just saying, it happens on our turf. Okay. It happened on our turf. It happened in San Diego.
Well, it happened against the Giants. I knew it.
Decided to swing out of his own cleats, for God's sakes, and overextend himself, injure himself. First off, I want to know, like, why aren't you doing some myofascial tissue stuff, like stretching, doing those kind of things to make sure that you're pliable and you're going to last the whole season? You do one big swing like that, and all of a sudden you're down for the count. You're young.
He's not. How do you know he's not doing it?
It's not about you. It's bigger than this.
You're getting very loud. You're so loud. I don't like
Therese with a hot take that it's Fernando Tatis's fault. I love it.
Therese, I'm handing you my chef kiss.
Therese
fantastic rant.
She's muted, but she's got Cole's chef kiss, which I think basically canceled it out. Therese, come on back.
You want me to have an opinion? Switzerland here has an opinion finally.
Yeah, it's very un-Switzerland of you.
I know, it really was. I liked it a lot, even though it was very loud. So
it's bad for ball though. It's bad for ball when players like Fernando Tatis are not playing. Yes, it's one thing, like, he's the opponent for the Giants and boo, we don't want them to win, but never would I want or wish that upon one of the best guys in the game, because they make the game fun to watch. They bring people to it. You pay attention to the Padres because of guys like him. You know, you pay attention to the Angels because of guys like Mike Trout. It's those kind of guys that we need healthy and always playing as much as they possibly can. So I don't know. I would never say this to an opposing team, especially that's in our own division, but Fernando Tatis, for all of baseball, please get back soon.
And I intentionally did not look this up. It was shoulder subluxation. Am I saying that right? Is it what does that mean? I have no idea. I've never heard of it before. I looked it up. It's not on the operation board.
Cole looked it up.
It's not there with Brett Bad. What does it mean, Cole?
It's a almost dislocation. So it's so much less bad than it seems like. It's a almost dislocation.
They should just call it, you know how they call it a bruise, a contusion? Like, they should just call it a bruise. Like,
contusion sounds like concussion for some reason.
But it's not a bruise. I mean,
partial dislocation is so much better than subluxation.
it sounds
Stupid
bad.
medicine.
I feel like doctors are already smarter than sports fans. It's like, just dumb it down for us. Like, now you're just showing off. Like, just
I
call
thought
it
you played a
almost
doctor on
dislocation.
TV sometimes. Do you not?
Sometime I'm going to bring a stethoscope, I think, next week and just at least pretend.
I love that for you. Well, how about we talk about some stuff on social media? Cole, bring us through some fan overreactions and some retweet worthy things.
Well, we saw quite a few fans reacting to a lot of things, but the first one we want to talk about is pre-opening day. We're talking reactions before we even had meaningful baseball. Giants, Larry Baer was on KMBR 680 talking about what
I was wondering where you were going with it.
I knew this was coming.
Yeah, and he was talking about what the food menu was going to look like and announced that the Crazy Crab sandwich was not going to be on the menu. It got cut for the limited ballpark menu app, and fans were not happy about that. The LOL KMBR account tweeted out an all caps announcement that
fans, Cole included.
I was not happy, although I'll say I really love the crab sandwich as an idea, but I don't actually get it that often. You know, I think it's a cool San Francisco treat, but I'm getting a hot dog or I'm getting
that's rice-a-roni, man.
What is rice-a-roni, by the way? I've
Never
never had
had
rice-a-roni.
Oh my gosh.
Rice-a-roni it's an almost dislocation of rice. Is what it is. It's right, subluxation of rice.
Oh my God, you can pitch that to them. I think they'll be into it.
I think they might. I agree with Cole. I'm not a big Crazy Crab sandwich, but I also know, unlike Carmen, that it's not all about me, and that other people like it. And
I don't like
other
that at all. Mute.
Oh my God.
Goodbye.
How many times is Anthony gonna get muted?
A lot. He's throwing up the deuces right now. But I don't think it's an overreaction. Listen, I like a crab sandwich. Sometimes I don't, sometimes I do, right? But the point is, when we were talking about like what food are you excited about when going back to the ballpark, a lot of people wanted a Crazy Crab sandwich. It's been a year, guys. Some people need a Crazy Crab sandwich, okay? It's been very hard for people in 2020.
Well, especially since that's like one of the things that you're not making that at home. You know, that's like one of the things that you're like, I'm gonna treat myself, right?
Anthony,
I like that. You can have ice cream at home. You could probably make nachos at home. You're probably not making a crab sandwich at home. So.
Yeah, give the people a freaking crab sandwich.
I think a lot of people's reaction was mostly because this was the first time they found out they were going to have such a heavily limited menu. So it wasn't just a crab sandwich. It was the tri-tip in center field, the cha-cha bowl. A lot of fan favorites didn't make the cut, but a lot of great things like Tony's Slice House were there. You know, obviously the kitchens were not at full staff and they're trying to figure out what recipes they can and cannot make. So hopefully we'll see more roll out throughout the season.
Yeah, you can always bring your own food, I suppose, if you wanted. If you wanted to stop by one of the local businesses around and bring something in, why not? You could do that too. So yeah, I wish they had brought it back. I think it's a signature of the ballpark. And one of those items, like if you're visiting a ballpark, you're not like, oh, what should I get? And somebody says like chicken tenders, you're gonna be like, get the fuck out of town. But if somebody says crab sandwich, you're like, that's something that I haven't had before. Serve me up a crab sandwich, bitch. Okay, go ahead. Next tweet. Sorry, Anthony's mom.
Can Anthony's mom come on and mute people?
She might.
She might.
She's gonna call in.
We should take we really should.
All right. Beyond that, sorry, there were other ones I was supposed to feature here, I think. I have a lot of tabs open on my Chrome. Dubon's shoes.
Wait. Can we go back to this? Is it Dubon or Dubon? Because your
Doobie.
dad went back.
Doobie
Your dad
shoes.
went back.
Doobie shoes.
Doobie shoes.
Doobie. We'll go Doobie.
Okay.
We'll go Doobie.
Fast
Doobie's shoes. Doobie had Lucille spikes on opening day, or the home opener, which was awesome. And then I saw Lou came back and had spikes with Doobie on.
Pretty good.
So
I didn't see that
those
one,
are
but
some
that's
pretty
good.
cool custom shoes for the sneakerheads.
Yeah, Brandon Crawford was wearing a Lucille headband, kind of like
That's why
Therese
I was
was.
wearing that.
Yeah, so it's getting a lot of love. Lucille getting a lot of love lately. Good for
Do you
Lou.
think anybody will ever wear shoes with our face on it? Or okay, I don't think so. No,
Maybe just you, Carmen.
that would be so cool. That would be
That'd be awesome.
cool. What else you got, Cole?
All right, running down the menu here. I haven't seen all these things.
Carmen just kind of threw this at you.
You said I could delegate.
I got one. Johnny Cueto had a little Curb Your Enthusiasm reference.
Pretty good.
The Giants tweeted that vintage Johnny Cueto, pretty good, and then Cueto quote tweeted it with the gif of Larry David saying, "Therese, do it again." Go ahead, Therese.
Pretty good.
Pretty
Yeah. Pretty good. Okay,
So
here's
Johnny Cueto,
where
huge
my
Curb fan.
chef's
Who
kiss.
knows?
Oh,
Goes out.
she's giving out her chef's kiss.
I'm
Go
giving
ahead.
out my chef's kiss, not for Cueto, but for Logan Webb and his use of gifs on Twitter and his response to Johnny Cueto's tweet that he put out there with the pretty good was also really funny. Like Logan's been gifting it up lately. He did the Shaq shimmy shake one.
Oh, that's like a sexy look. We should make that a gift. Like, if you're on podcast and not watching the video, Cole just did a very seductive shoulder shimmy.
Yeah.
It's not safe for work.
He's married, ladies.
If you have
I'm
kids,
sorry to
hide
break
your
all
kids.
the hearts out there.
Hide your kids, hide your wives.
Wife.
Cole's coming for you. The shimmy shake.
Well,
But yeah,
shit.
Logan's been pretty active on Twitter lately, and it's been nothing but gifts, and it's really entertaining to follow along. Like when Gosman threw a filthy 85 mile per hour splitter, he then used the naughty gif as well. So he's using gifs left and right. So Logan Webb, chef's kiss for being socially interactive.
We love it.
He's good on
I
Twitter.
love it. I love it.
We enjoy Logan Webb on Twitter.
Mhm.
Yeah, we really do. And I saw a video from KBR Sam Hustis, and it was like a video of BP, and everybody was all spread out and socially distanced, and it's just like crazy easy to catch a ball, yet every fan was not like, I don't know, they would miss every ball that would come to them. So if you're a ball shagger and you want a ball, I feel like now is the time to come to the ballpark. Your chances are better than ever. I mean, that is if you're like athletic and can catch a ball, because a lot of people in that video really weren't able to do it. But I'm guessing that if you sat in the bleachers, you could get yourself one or two. So I don't know, just a little hot tip from yours truly.
One social thing I wanted to talk about. Did you guys see the end of the Mets Marlins game the other day?
Yes.
I didn't miss it. What
I
happened?
meant to put that in the
Okay.
rundown. Thank you for mentioning that.
Carmen, so bases loaded, bottom of the ninth, 2 outs, tie game. And the batter takes a ball down the middle and just pops his elbow into it to
Who
get
was
hit
it?
by a pitch and score the game-winning run.
Wait, this is a Mets player?
Yeah, it was Michael Conforto.
Oh, is it? Okay, I did see it because I saw all this like hoopla about I love Michael Conforto. He looks like a giant baby. I love it.
I love Charlie Blackmon too, and he gets thrown out of games against the Giants.
I like a man with some spice, okay?
Well, and then they asked Conforte about it after the game, and he wasn't like, he didn't deny it or anything. He was like, I leaned into it, and so it was one of those silly rules of baseball where they can't go back and be like, oh, according to replay, we saw that you leaned in, so no.
Yeah,
That's
for
kinda meh,
for
is
whatever
all I gotta
reason,
say.
they weren't able to review it. I just looked at Michael Conforto. He does look like a giant baby.
Right?
Absolutely
Yeah.
right, Carmen. But a lot of people were up in arms on Twitter because obviously, it's Twitter, and people were upset. And I'm not to be a contrarian, but the Mets aren't the most organized, best run franchise in all of MLB. They're the New York Yankees' little brother. I say give it to them. Let them have one. Like give them one. Was it the wrong call? Yes, but they're the Mets. Like it's
They're
like
the Mets. Let them
yeah.
bet.
It's like your little cousin or your little sibling. Like just let them play with the toy. Like just give them one.
Oh my gosh. Well, that's a good point. Why don't we close off the show with Therese clearing some bases?
Clear the bases.
Sure. So that was definitely a base that needed to be cleared. Another one is our boy Pablo.
Yeah.
Sandoval. He's doing work. He's according to Mark Bowman, who's the Braves beat writer, Pablo is on pace to hit 54 pinch hit.
Yeah.
home runs this season. So eye
Love
emojis.
that.
Eye emojis. be on the watch for that. Pablo doing work, obviously. Now this one is a big deal for all of baseball that I'm going to bring up, but it's even funnier because it happens to be a Dodger, and it happens to be Trevor Bauer, who is the center of all this. So after his game, he pitched against the Oakland Athletics. The umpires gathered up the balls that he used in that game, and they submitted them to Major League Baseball for investigation of any foreign substance that was on the baseballs. Here's the thing. It's funny because it's Trevor Bauer and it's the Dodgers. What makes it even funnier, Grant Brisbee wrote about this for The Athletic, and he put in there that Trevor Bauer a few years ago basically stated, like, I've tried everything that I could possibly do to get the tick rate of my spin rate up, and there's no other physical way of doing it without putting foreign substance on there. So now, all of a sudden, his spin rate is like through the roof, and people are like, wait a second. Let's check this out. Let's see what happens. So it's funny because it's almost like someone saying, hey, I know where the crown jewels are and I'm going to go steal them. And then they're walking down the street with them on and people are like, wait a second, arrest that man, kind of a thing. So, like admitting to what he was about to do. The bad thing is, though, this is not just going to be Trevor Bauer. They're going to start coming after all teams, all pitchers. And here's the shitty part. We're going to find out that there's going to be maybe a couple guys on our own team that are doing that kind of shit. Don't you look at me like that, Cole. Like, it's going to happen. You really think we got clean, squeaky guys on our team? I want to believe yes. But there's going to,
yes.
Unfortunately, they're going to, if they find stuff, they're going to come after people and they're going to.
I muted Therese, guys, because Cole asked for it and I decided to do it. It was fun. I don't regret it. Therese, you can come back.
Oh, thanks. You just didn't like that? Fine, Cole. All right, moving on. Maybe you'll like this.
Preemptively slandering my players. How dare you?
I don't know which player I'm talking about. Where'd Anthony go?
Anthony's gone. Anthony decided to leave. He can't handle it when his parents are fighting.
Last place that needs to be cleared for baseball is Joe Musgrove throwing a no-hitter for the Padres. Why is everyone leaving? What is happening?
Should I also do it?
Where is everybody going? No one wants to talk about the no-hitter? Okay.
I'll talk about
I just wanted to leave since that's what all the cool kids were doing.
Seriously, what happened to Anthony? Okay.
Wait, can you hear me?
Yeah, but
we can hear you.
You're
okay.
Black box.
Sorry.
All good.
We're here. I'm here. I can hear you.
Okay, well, can you
Sorry, YouTube.
You need to verbally do chef's kiss then. I think you're the only one who hasn't used it.
I'll use my chef kiss on this one. Joe Musgrove gets my chef kiss. He was from San Diego.
He is.
Padre fan throws the first
no-hitter in Padres history. I saw a cool picture on social media. It was, I think, when he was in high school. He was getting an award. He was on the field with Adrian Gonzalez, the former, I almost said Charger, former Padre first baseman. So to go from Padre fan to Padre pitcher and throwing the first no-hitter in Padre history, I thought that was pretty dope. I mean, we've all seen the pictures of Brandon Crawford and him being a big Giants fan and getting to win a World Series, 2 World Series with the Giants, and just how cool that was. And it must be so cool for Joe Musgrove and the Padres fans to have a local boy throw their first no-hitter. So shout out Joe Musgrove. He gets my chef kiss. Thank you for not doing it against the Giants. Luckily, the Giants just missed them just in time.
It felt like the voice of God was just talking there for a second. So if you're watching on YouTube, it's like, like you can hear the narrator's voice, but you don't know where they are.
That's me, the voice of God.
Oh my gosh. Is that all the bases you have to clear, Therese?
I saw a great bit from the Rangers writer for The Athletic that I wanted to share. And that's just the NL West dominance in setting milestones at the Rangers ballpark. Levi Weaver pointed out that the first team to get a hit at Globe Life Field was the Rockies. The first team to win a World Series at Globe Life was the Dodgers. First team to pitch a no-hitter is now the Padres. So he's gearing up for the D-backs and the Giants to set some sort of milestone before the poor Rangers can. Whether it's a perfect game or 5-hit game, who's to say?
Who's to say? Well, that's a good segue into what's coming up. We have a 3-game home series versus the Reds and then a day off on Thursday. We all love a good day off. And then the 3-game series at Miami. So it looks like they're gonna Miami. So I think they're gonna be traveling a little bit. I hope nobody gets COVID, obviously. But I think it should be a good series. How many do we think after that kind of set? What do you think their kind of record will be for that set?
The Reds are really good. They lost today. I think they're 6-2. They lead the majors in home runs right now, and their ace Luis Castillo is going on Monday. So we'll see what happens. Miami not as good. I think they're 2-6. So Miami not doing very well. So they got a home series against a good team and a road series against a not so good team.
You think 500?
I'd take 500.
Therese keeps putting her finger up. Yes, Therese.
I'm gonna go a little bit over 500. I'm gonna go 4-2.
4-2. Cole, what are you, 6-0?
I'll say 4-2. I think that's a good number for next week.
Well, I want to go 4-2 too. Could I go 4-2?
Don't
I changed my mind.
Here's why I'm nervous about the Reds, but I'm also like feeling pretty good. We get them at home, and we have Gausman and Cueto going against them for 2 of the 3. So
Counterpoint, the bullpen.
They held up
Johnny
this weekend
all the way through the 9th.
I just want
And
to
let Gausman go 8.
Okay, I'm going 500. You guys are going 4-2. Okay, we'll see where we end up at the end of this at our next episode of Shelter on Base, releasing every Sunday. But you would know that if you were subscribed.
Yeah.
Make sure you like it. Sorry again to Anthony's mom, and we will check.
Oh, I'm back. My video's back.
Oh, no, you're not.
Oh, well, I see you guys.
You ruined my outro.
Sorry.
Okay, bye everyone.
All day.
Pathetic.